Good morning, all students. Today we are going to discuss implementation of MySQL using Python. So we have already seen the core MySQL commands, and you can see that the Python shell is displayed in front of you. And the MySQL, various MySQL commands we have seen. So we will just check once. So the password, that is the MySQL prompt. So to display all the databases, the command is show databases. After giving this command, all the various databases that are created in MySQL will be displayed from MySQL itself. This is the MySQL prompt. Now today we are picking up one particular database, and that is business. So if I want to use it, we have to give the command use business. Now after making this particular business the current database, what we can do is we can display all the tables. So the command will be show tables. Once you display all the tables, you can pick up any one or two table and start working on that particular table. So we are going to select suppliers and on the orders table, because there is a relationship between these two tables, the primary key and the foreign key relationship. So let us first see the structure of the table. So describe suppliers, and then what we have is the, so we can see here that there are two fields in the suppliers table, and if I were to see all the records, then the command will be select star from suppliers. Okay, now what we can do is we can see the orders table also. Select star from orders, and we can also see the structure of the table orders by giving the command describe orders. Now we can see that we have seen the supplier tables, that it is having 4 rows, and the orders table, it is having 3 rows. So it also means that the suppliers table is having 4 records and the orders table is having 3 records. Now a question might come that what is the degree and cardinality of these tables? And degree is the number of fields. So suppliers table is having 2 fields, supplier underscore ID and supplier underscore name. So the degree of the suppliers table will be 2, and the cardinality of the suppliers table will be 4. Similarly, for the orders table, the degree is 3 and the cardinality is also 3. So we have to remember that degree means the total number of columns or the total number of fields, and cardinality means the total number of rows, and also it is the total number of records. So most often the degree does not change, because we do not change the structure of the table every day, but definitely new records will be added, so cardinality will change. So the dynamic part of the table is cardinality, and more or less static part of the table is degree, but definitely both can be changed. So with this much of discussion, we will go back to Python and we'll see that how we can implement all these various simple commands in Python. So the command that first we are going to see is the show databases command. So remember that this command has been given from MySQL, and Python is a different software, isn't it? So the first thing that we need is we need to create a connection between these two softwares. So both has to be installed in a single machine. You can see that I am working in a single machine right now. So I have given the first command show databases from MySQL, and I have to give the same command in Python. So how it can be done? For doing that, we will have to take the help of some modules. Okay, so there are various different types of modules that we have already used in Python. For example, we have used a random module, we have used a math module, and right now we are going to use a specific module that will actually help us to create a connection with the MySQL software. So the command will be import, and the module is MySQL dot connector. Remember, this MySQL.connector requires a specific installation. Just like there are various other types of modules that we have used in Python, for example, NumPy, for example, we have used Pandas. So those modules actually require specific and special installation. It doesn't comes with the standard Python installation. Otherwise, the standard Python library will be too big for us to handle. So let's now create a connection. Okay. So for creating the connection, we have to give a name to the connection. Say I'm giving a name SVC database equals to. Now whatever I'm writing after the equal to sign, these are standard things. MySQL dot connector. You just wait for a second. Okay, if you wait for a second, that you will see that something is popping up. So you can see that you can click on connect. Okay, and you can open it. Press enter. Now once you're pressing enter, you will see that it is asking for some parameters. Okay, now what are these parameters? See, to check these parameters, you can't write arbitrary all these parameters. You go back into MySQL once, and here you give a command select user. Now moment you give user, you see that all the commands of MySQL we have actually ended with a semicolon. Here also you have to give a semicolon. It will give you the username, okay, root @ localhost. So there are two parts in this user. One is the username root, and other is the host name, that is localhost. We will be using this information in Python. So we are going to write down here first as the host equals to localhost. Okay, then we write user equals to root. Fine. And most important thing is the password, because to connect with MySQL will actually ask for the password. So we need to supply the password. In this case, we have seen that I have given 4 space bars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you press enter. Okay, now you can see that the connection is now closed. Press enter, and you are back into the shell, Python shell. So in the interpreter, now I have to call with the help of my connection that I have created, and the name of the connection is SVC database. I will have to call a function, and that is the cursor function. Okay, so this particular method will actually start working, and will be very useful in calling various other methods. The actual method that actually can run and execute the various MySQL queries that we have just seen in Python, in MySQL. So let's see. So I'm giving a name to this SVC car is equals to SVC database. Remember, this SVC database is the name of the actual connection, SVC database dot cursor. So you see that automatically it is giving me a suggestion to select. So I'll be selecting the cursor method here, and it's set to go. So you can see that SVC database has called the function is cursor, and I've stored it in SVC car. So I can use this SVC car, and now I can call another method, that is execute method. See, again it is giving me a suggestion, and I will call execute. Okay, a single MySQL command I want to execute. Now I am all set. Okay, I can give this command show databases. Okay, now you can see that there is no error. The command has been executed, but no output has come. So we need to fetch the output. So we can write down for I in SVC car, because everything is stored there in SVC car. You can write print I. Just press enter, and you see that the magic happens. All the database names that was displayed in MySQL is displayed here also. So I can show you side by side. You can just compare that information underscore schema and business, and the last one is virus 1. So you can see that everything is displayed correctly. So what we have done is we have done the first step. We have actually established a connection and we have given our first command successfully in MySQL. The first MySQL command successfully from Python. Now we have to understand that we have given the very basic command, okay, the show databases command, which is also known as the root command in MySQL. After all these commands, we have to be very specific, know that we are using one particular database. So here we have used a database, use business, and then we have used all the tables under that particular database. So here also we have to do the same thing, and if you want to do that thing, we need to change the connection. So we have to use some additional parameters in the connection. Here, the additional parameter that will come right now is the database name. So we have to write down database is equals to business. So you will notice also one more thing, that when I am creating this connection, I have given comma after each and every parameter, okay, but the last parameter I have not given any comma. So here I have inserted database equals to business in between. So since this is not the last parameter, I have given a comma, and password is not having comma, because that is now the last parameter. So now you can see that the SVC database, the name and the connection that was created is slightly altered. So now again I am set. So what I will do again is I will call the cursor method with the new connection, and then what I do is I give this command svccar.execute. I want to display all the tables, so I write show tables. Okay, now you can see that the output is not coming just as before, so I have to run this command, because everything is stored now in svccar, and you will see that the tables are displayed from the database business. So same thing we have done it here also. So you can see side by side, if you compare that, the tables in business is displayed in MySQL, and the tables in business is displayed in Python. Okay, so the same command, the same output is coming. So now what we can do is we can give other commands also. We can write down, say, describe suppliers, describe, select star from suppliers, select star from orders, describe orders. One by one, all the commands will work, because every command is actually in the database is the business database. So only thing that I have to do is I have to write down this command again and again, svccar.execute. So instead of writing show tables, I can write down describe say suppliers. So describe suppliers is basically a command to see the structure of the table, the suppliers. So here you can again see the same thing is coming. We can see that whatever is displayed as a supplier structure of the table suppliers, I think this is the command describe suppliers. You can see that it is same way it is coming. Okay, it is telling int, and null key is no, and primary and none. Okay, so default is none. So here it is in MySQL we have a standard command as null or is null, and here it is none in Python. So that is the only difference in the structure command. And then we can give the command select star from suppliers. That also is possible. So we will write down that command. So select star from suppliers. So now you see that if I again run this, it will show me all the records of the suppliers table. So here also you can see the same thing happened. Now I will give the command describe orders in Python. You have to do with me. Describe orders, and please keep doing with me and send me the output in WhatsApp. So you can see that select star from orders. Okay, now you see that there is a slight error. We can see we have to. Okay, this is an interesting thing. You can see that I have given two execute command one after the other, and it is resulting in an error. The reason is that I have to clear this command first. Once you give this, once you have given this command, you have to run it. You have to run this particular thing. So now it is ready. So I have displayed that command in the cursor, and then I can give select start from orders. See, now the error will not come. So two different execute command one after the other you can't give. Before that you have to clear it by giving that for I in SPC card. So you display it, whatever is there, whatever is stored, and then you give the second command. Again you see it will work now. I am displaying everything that is there in order, so it is displaying nicely. So right now we have displayed almost all the commands. We have displayed almost all the commands that I have done in MySQL. I have done it in Python also. So we will see one more thing, that how I can actually implement this joins. Okay, now what is a join? We can see that we have done this particular joins also. So what is actually joining two tables? Now this is there are two or three different types of join we can discuss today. One is the inner join, and what is an inner join? If you consider the tables as overlapping circles, the area common to both of them is the inner join output. So it looks like the union command in set, isn't it? So you can see the command is displayed there, select suppliers. So it all depends on what I want to display in the output. I want to display the supplier ID from the supplier table. That's why I'm writing select suppliers dot supplier ID. I want to display supplier underscore name from the supplier table. That's why I'm writing suppliers dot supplier underscore name. And I want to display order date from the table orders. That's why I'm writing orders dot order underscore date from suppliers. So first we are taking the left table as the suppliers, inner join orders. So I am taking the next table, the second table as orders. Now on which particular column you are telling, because there is a relationship, you remember, between that between the two tables, that is the supplier underscore ID field. So on suppliers dot supplier underscore ID equals to orders dot supplier underscore ID. So we need to be very specific and write down this thing, and we'll see an output coming in this way. So first we give this command in SQL. So let's give this command in SQL. So it's a big command. So let us write down. So select suppliers dot supplier underscore ID, comma, suppliers dot supplier underscore name, comma, orders dot order underscore date, from suppliers inner join orders on suppliers dot supplier underscore ID, on suppliers dot supplier underscore ID equals to orders dot supplier underscore ID. So you can see that exactly the same command is coming that was just shown. So once this left join command is working here in Python, so we'll try and execute this command from in MySQL. We'll try and execute the same command in Python also. So but we need to give the command again like this. So here you have to execute and you have to write down the same thing out here. So whatever is given here, the same command we have to try here in Python. Okay, so we have to write down exactly the same thing. So it is basic all a type based script, so you have to try again the command here. So select suppliers dot supplier underscore ID, comma. We have to be very specific and we have to check if there is any error. A small mistake will result in an error in the output. So we have to be very specific. Suppliers dot supplier underscore name, orders dot order underscore date from suppliers inner join orders on suppliers dot supplier underscore ID equals to orders dot supplier underscore ID. But you have to give this command within this double quotation out here and press enter, and what is left is now just run this, and you can see that exactly the same thing is happening here. Now we can give the left join and the right join command in this MySQL. So we'll see that the left join command once. So this is the left join command. So only change is here, instead of inner join we are writing left join. Now if you see the output, you will see that there is a null value in the order date. The reason is that if I look closely, both the tables of suppliers and orders, I will notice that in the suppliers there are 4 records. The supplier ID 90002 of Microsoft is missing in the orders table because this particular supplier has not given any order till date, fulfilled any order till date. So that particular record is not there. Now what is left join? Left join is actually you take everything of the left table and also from the right table. Okay, so if you consider the overlapping tables, circles, tables as overlapping circles, then the left join is the entire left table you have to take, and whatever is there in the right table has to be there. Now corresponding area. Okay, now if something is missing, what will happen? Something will be missing because in the left table there is a extra record which in the right table is not there, order date. So a null value will be given there. So this is what is going to happen here if I write down this command. So what I will do is I will just give this command, instead of inner join I will now give the left join. So you see that the null value is coming. So it is displayed as a null value. Now once the null value is coming, what will happen is we can see that the output that exactly as we have discussed right now, that the reason for this null value is that we have all the records of the left table and we are taking the corresponding values of the right table, but since there is an entry missing, it is replaced with the null value. Now what will be the right join? What do you think that will be the right join in this case? If I replace left join with the right join, we will notice that in right join everything of the right table will be taken and corresponding entry of the left table will be taken. But here whatever entry is there in the right table, in this case the orders table, okay, right join order, every entry is there in the left table also. That means because we are trying to do this join on the basis of supplier underscore ID, and whatever supplier underscore ID is there in the orders table is also present in the suppliers table. So I will not get any null entry at least, and the output also I know that there will be 3 rows now, and which is in this case coinciding with the inner join. But we should not think that this is the inner join, this is the right join. And right now we have seen the output of inner join, left join and the right join. Now what we can do is we can add some records. Okay, we can add some records and we'll do that thing. we'll add some records and we'll check the how the command changes. That means how the inner join, left join, and the right join command changes, and I will see that thing in MySQL only. So I will have to add one record in the orders table. So you see that in the orders table, how many records are there? Select start from orders, we have 3 records. Okay, so deliberately I'll be adding one record and I'll be using supplier underscore ID as 90002, and I will give say any specific date. So the command will be to insert into orders values. So you take the value, and since order underscore ID and supplier underscore ID, these are all integers, so I can take 5000, 500, 155. You can take 9002, and you can take, because we have given the date as a here, so we have to write 2020, and we can take 02/09. Okay, we take a date, a specific arbitrary date. So we can enter the command like this. So you can see that the order table is updated. We can give the command select start from orders, and we'll see that the order table is updated here. Now after updating this thing, we will see that how the command left join, inner join, and the right join changes. So this is the inner join command. You see that the inner join command is now having 4 rows instead of the 3 rows before as we have given. So this was the first inner join command with 3 rows. So now you can see that the inner join is the overlapping area, which is now increased, okay, because both the tables are having 4 rows and both are matching, and the left join also will have the 3 rows, okay, and the right join also will have, left join is also having 4 rows and the right join is also having 4 rows, but there is a small difference. Okay, you will notice in the order of the record that is being displayed. See, left join is basically you take everything of the left table first. So the left table was in order, no, 9000, 90,000, 1, 2, and 3. You can see in this order it is coming. But when I take the right join, I have added this record later on. So I have taken the order table first. So since I have taken the order table first, so only the order table has been picked up. So this date, okay, this date is added first. And then corresponding rows taken from the left table is added. So you can see that only the orientation of the record slightly changes. Other things, the output in this case is same. So what I will do is I will remove the entry in the orders table, because I will do the same thing now from Python. Okay, so how to remove the last entry, because we have made an entry here. Select start from orders will show me the last entry. So I want to remove that order underscore ID, the last record. So it will be delete from orders. Okay, delete from orders. If I do delete from orders, then everything will be removed. So where I am giving a specific command, where order underscore ID is equals to 500,155. So now you can see that select start from orders will show you 3 records only. So all these things now we have to do it in Python. Okay, so whatever we have done, we will be doing in Python, and we will check these commands. So the first thing that we are going to do is set the left join command. So let's see the left join command. So here we have to write down the left join instead of the inner join. You have to write left join first. So remember that the table is now same. Okay, so we will get that in left join we will be getting 4 different rows and a null value also. The none value. So instead of the null value, here we get in Python the none value, and you can see that this was the command, the null value, when there was 3 entries. Even if I give now in MySQL, I will get the same thing in the left join. So you can see that the null value is coming. So here it's the null value. And if I give the right join, then the 3 rows will come, and here also it will come the same thing. So I give the, so I will be giving, instead of the left join, I will be writing the right join now. Same rows will be displayed here also, and this is the command. You can see that the same output is coming here. You can compare the output side by side. Okay, now what I need to do here is I need to add one record, isn't it? I want to add one record, and I will add that record in Python. That means I will be adding one record in Python in the orders table, and I will give that command. I will give that command again. So let's see that how it works. Okay, so here we know that let us take a simple thing. Here we don't require such a big execute, so I can erase it quickly. Insert into orders table, isn't it? Values. Okay, here also we can see that what we have inserted here. Let me insert the same record. Insert into orders values, this thing 500155. So I'll be writing 500155 comma, it will be 90002 comma, and then finally the date. Date, remember, I have to give in single quotation here, okay, because already I am in double quotation. I can't give another double quotation here. So 2020-02-09 here in Python I will have to give in single quotation. 2020-02/09 I will be giving in single quotation, and then I will be ending the double quotation. You have to be very careful about it, because I can't give a double quotation again. Okay, and you see that this single quotation is basically for this one, this entry only. So these are the hard things in implementation. So regarding this quotation and single quotation and double quotation, it is very easy to make this mistake. Okay, you can see that it is not working. So why it is not working, we have to check. So we need to add one record in the orders table, and we have to give the bracket, otherwise there will be an error. So you can see that the bracket has to be closed out here, and once I write down the command insert into order value, same command that we have given here in this particular table, that means in MySQL also we have in insert into orders values we have given the same command. So same way we have to write down the command here in Python, and then we can check here. We have to give the command select star from orders, and we have to give it. So you can see that in Python the 4 records are actually displayed after I have inserted one record. But I'll show you one interesting thing out here in Python. If I go and give the same command select star from orders, you can see that actually there are 3 records only in orders. So what can be the reason for this? See, again I have given the command here spc crar.execute insert into orders values, and I have added one record, and after that I am displaying the record also in Python. and it is showing me that there are 4 records in the table orders, but when I go into MySQL and I'm giving the same record now, I'm seeing that there are 3 records, so there is an anomaly. So actually what has happened is it has actually not written into the database orders yet. Okay, it will only write if I execute commit command, and I have to call that SPC database connection dot, and you'll see immediately again there is a pop-up, so connect. So you will see that connect is a function. So this is the thing you have to, you have to call the commit function co. So let's open it again, com. So this is the commit function you have to call. So once it commits the, now you will see that if I give the same command in MySQL, you'll see that the 4 records are there. So this we have to understand that unless and until we execute the commit function, it is actually not written in the MySQL database permanently. Otherwise I can use the command in Python, and I can show you also. Now once these things are actually added, I need to drop it also, no? From the actual I have to drop it. So the command is same again, since there are 500155, so I have to give this command, so delete from orders, where order ID equals to this, and again I can see select start from orders. So this is the command, select start from orders. And if I see, it will show me that there are 3 records. Now again you see, come back into MySQL and give the command select start from orders. There are 4 records actually. It is not removed yet. So see, addition of a record from Python and deletion of a record from Python, it actually has to, we have to give this commit function. Okay, so unless and until we give this commit, it is not done. So now again if you go back into MySQL and give select start from orders, we'll see that the record is updated. So we can see that the discussion that we have done till now, we have let us sum up quickly what we have done. Today we have actually implemented all the commands of MySQL in Python, isn't it? So we have used the MySQL connector module, and we have created a connection for that. And once there are 2 connections created, one we have only given the password, we have not mentioned the database name because initially the database was not required, and we have given a root command show databases, and then once we have created the databases, we have given the extra parameter database equals to business, and we have given all the various different types of commands that we have done once in MySQL, and I have shown you each and every command in Python also. So I hope that all of you will be practicing this thing. So what you can see is that all these notes that I have just created, I am sharing it in the classroom, in the class notes section. So you will be getting it here, and you please check the link, so you will be able to find all the notes that we have done in this particular section. And also from the MySQL also, I am copying all the notes, select all and edit copy, and pasting it in the classroom for you. So for today, whatever we have done, I input this notes also. So first we are placing the notes of the MySQL, and then subsequently we are putting the notes of Python. So please go through it, students, and you will be able to. So it is highlighted, you can see in yellow color all the MySQL notes, and subsequently you will be seeing the execution of all these things that we have done it in Python. So in this note we end the class today, and there will be a small quiz also given to you, and we will have to, there is an exit quiz for the class, so please answer that form and please submit that particular form. It will take not more than 1 minute. Thank you.